Okay, I posted it in social. Hey everyone, welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. Welcome back, Mr. Lewis. How are you? Love to see you. Okay, guys. So, for those of you guys that are new to the room, my name is Raquel May David. My co-host is David Sanchez. He will be in the chat, zipping and doing it with y'all. So please, if you guys have questions, concerns, comments, please note that he will normally respond a little bit quicker than I do. I will still read out the responses just to make sure if there were anyone that missed the chat or come in afterwards, you guys will be able to see all of the things and be supported. So if you guys are new here, I am your hostess with the mostest, and David is my co-host to make sure that you guys have all the things that you need to be a beast in these credit streets with the Dispute Panda. So for those of you that might be new to our onboarding, this call is specifically going to cover the Dispute Panda software, the free version. I will highlight some of the pro features as we go through the software, and the goal of tonight and every Monday and Wednesday is to get the software together where you actually have the software in your own name. You load your first client and you have your first round of disputes out. Once I'm done with that, we will open the floor for you to ask any questions specifically about Dispute Panda. If you guys need to book a call or have any more in-depth questions, I will go ahead and drop my booking link as well for everyone's. But I like to start at about 8:05 because again, I want everyone to be able to be in the room. I like to start with some questions, and I'm going to go into the software and how we can stay connected through the process. So I always like to ask the icebreaker, and of course we know that it is Christmas vastly approaching for us. So I would love to know in the chat, what is the one meal that you are looking for? Okay, Mr. Lewis, see you later. Pro is not live right now, so just to give, I'm so sorry, give me 1 second, guys. Just for anyone who's in the room looking for Pro, the Pro nights are normally on Thursday. Monday and Wednesday, we're only doing onboarding for the free version. The Pro is normally on Thursday. However, the CRBB program, which is the Credit Repair Business Blueprint, if you guys have that, it's only going to be accessible until January 1st. So if you haven't gone through all the material, please dive in, get into it. When we start back on Thursday, we'll be covering over on the pro features, and we are going to dive in there. But tonight is just onboarding for the standard Dispute Panda. Did you have any additional questions, Mr. Lewis? No? All right. Well, you go back and have great leaders give you time back in your day. So bye, my love. So everyone else that is new, what I wanted to go ahead and just ask the icebreaker question is, what meal are you looking forward to have for the holidays? I like to go first. I am Caribbean, so I'm Jamaican born and slightly raised. I did grow up in Brooklyn. But I'm looking forward to the oxtail, the curry goat, and the roti, because I don't ever make a lot of rich dishes. So if you guys want to come off of mute, drop it in the chat. I would love to know, what dish are you looking forward to eating or making for Christmas? Again, I don't want to make any of this. I just want to eat it all. But I'm a mom, so I'm going to be cooking them. What's your dish that you're looking forward to, David?
I think I'm on you now. I think, well, for example, as a Mexican family, we always have tamales. It's like a must.
Got it.
And then we have again turkey. It depends. It could be like the regular turkey or smoky turkey, and then we do a ham,
Okay.
apple pie. What sometimes?
Oh, so you're looking for the whole spread, is what I'm hearing.
We're a lot of family, and other part of my family, they're doing ribs, like smoked ribs.
Oh, okay.
They're great. And I think
Okay,
I'm looking for the ribs.
you're looking forward for the ribs?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, I might have to come to y'all because your Thanksgiving was lit. Okay, y'all don't know he had panini. Okay, and I have not had good panini since I've left New York, except for my girlfriend who made it in Ocala. She made a great panini. But child, I'm gonna have to come to your house, David, to get some food now.
Mhm. I'm hungry.
I think it's Nosa. I think that's how you say it. Nosa in the chat stated her what she's looking for is flan. I completely love that. I was a flan eater, and then my husband found out that Guyana was in Central America, and now he has identified himself as Latin, and he has now made me eat all the flan in the world. So now I no longer like flan, and he's getting me close to no longer like tres leche cake. Oh my! And I love tres leche, but he is killing me. I don't like tamales anymore because he's making me eat them all the time. Like I need to feel the food, y'all. Okay, I'm chunky, but I need to feel it. All right. So for those of you guys that are new in the room, we're about to get started. Again, there's some new people that came in. My name is Raquel May David. I am your host, and we have David Sanchez, who is your co-host. And we have our mod in the room, JM, who, if you guys are looking at the screen today, I am currently in the Dispute Panda community room, and I wanted you guys to see what's going on here. So if you guys have Dispute Panda, I want you to drop a panda in the chat. Drop one panda in the chat if you have Dispute Panda. If you do not have Dispute Panda, but you are looking to get it and you're here to find out the information on it, definitely go ahead and drop any other emoji. If you have already sent out a round of letters, I want you to drop 2 pandas in the chat. Panda, 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 panda. We are going to dive in, but I like to start off every call with the community. Sometimes I remember it, sometimes I don't, because again, I'm 42. Okay, don't let this hair fool you. It's graying down here. Okay, so sometimes I remember and sometimes I don't, but I like to make sure that before I open and close that we talk about the community. If you guys have Dispute Panda, make sure you are a part of the community. This way, if you're having questions, issues, although customer service is here 24/7, you will be able to get the support you need in real time, 24/7 with the info at Dispute Panda, but you might be able to come here, drop a comment in the room and get responses. As you can see, JM, who's our moderator, is a beast in these streets, and he does respond. He's up here, okay, all the time on the leaders board. I ain't up there, y'all. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So if you guys are new, we are gonna drop. JM already dropped the community in the chat. What it looks like is this. Let me go ahead and get it for you. So once you actually have it, you will actually see this screen when you click on the options, and you will be able to click the 3rd option to join the community. At this present time, there is an option for you to sign in with your Dispute Panda account. So I see that I have Julius has the Dispute Panda platform. Mondi, I think I might be saying that right. If I said it wrong, chat, come off of mute. But it looks like Mondi has sent out a round. Is that correct? You sent out a round? I'm gonna go. I think that's yeah. And then we have James, who has a Dispute Panda. So if anyone that's coming in, oh, awesome. So if anyone is coming in that has the platform already, I want you to drop a panda in the chat. For anyone who has already sent out their first round of letters, go ahead and drop 2 pandas in the chat. Megan, I see that you have a question about a tax that you sent. If you want to come off of mute before we get started, I'll be happy to answer that before we dive in. And then I'm going to finish the onboarding, and then we're going to open up Q&A later, because I don't know if you just have a simple question. Hey, Mr. S, I see you here.
Hi, Raquel. Thank you. This is Megan.
My pleasure.
So
How can I help you?
the issue that I'm having, I sent an attack that I think was appropriate fitting the scenario, and I ended up getting some letters back from some of the credit bureaus, and they're saying that they're not providing any information because the letters appear that they're not coming from me, but they're
Mhm.
coming from a third party.
So you would simply go into the system and you would go to the static letters. As long as you have money in the Dispute Panda box, static letters are free. So you would go into the static letter, you would go ahead and go to stall. You will put the information in as to when you sent the original round of disputes, and you would resend the original round that you had to go out to the client. I mean, sorry, to go out to the credit bureau. So you'd send the actual stall letter with the original dispute that you had back to the credit bureaus with the supporting IDs, and you're good to go.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure. Now, my only concern is you're saying you picked a letter that you thought was appropriate. So my question that I have is, on our platform, we have a training platform and we have a free guide. Have you downloaded the guide, or are you free flowing everything?
Yeah, I downloaded the guide and I went through it and I watched, I think, the majority of the videos that were listed. I don't know where exactly they were listed, but I watched a bunch of those videos.
Mm-hmm. The videos are down here.
Yep.
So when you said are you doing the old flow with the red, the blue, and is that what you're meaning?
I'd have to check to see which attack it was.
Okay. So, well, no, great comment. So my question that I had was, are you using the old attack version or are you using the updated one that we've dropped?
When did you drop the update?
Oh, that's a good question. I want to say the updated one is a good maybe 3 to 4 weeks old. I can confirm. Give me one second.
Okay, so then I would say it's the old one because I started sending this stuff the first week of November.
Okay. Okay. So yes, while you're here, we're going to be going over the new flows that are available. So with the new flows, I'm going to be able to show you guys the simplest way to do it. And we actually have it has been updated. So if you go back to the trainer's guide, because we were having some people saying it was a little bit confusing, we wanted to simplify it and streamline it for you. So there's a new flow as to how you would dispute with the credit bureaus, the creditors, and the third-party providers.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure. Great question. Thanks for coming in. Hang tight. We're going to dive in, and that way, if you have any additional questions, you can pop on back on, okay? Julio, my pleasure.
Yeah.
Julio,
Hi.
how can I support?
Hi, thank you so much. I've been a part of Dispute Panda for for the beginning of the year. So thank you for providing us with this amazing platform. I'm currently dealing with a client that has a lease, so a lease with a car with BMW, and the situation with this account is that he apparently the car was totaled, and I guess the insurance company like auctioned the car out. So it's a lease and he's due to return it in a few months. He still has an outstanding balance of 8,000 in that account. And he has been paying it. He has like three late payments, but he has been paying it. However, the vehicle won't be returned. So I'm kind of like, I told them that, I will ask you guys to see what should I do with that account specifically, since he's not going to be able to return the vehicle. And, essentially like his lease is he's been paying the lease, but it's going to be over in like the next 6 months.
So there's several moving pieces here that I want to bring to the forefront. So first, normally we do not answer questions like this. I just want to be transparent because this is simply an onboarding call for the platform. But I do want to give you the insight because some parts of this have nothing to do with credit repair. Okay. So, and the only reason why I know is because my 9 to 5, I work in an insurance in the insurance industry, and there's some pieces that are missing. So number one, if you get into the car accident, right, and the vehicle is totaled. So we're talking about two things now. The car accident happened, the vehicle is totaled. If it was sold by the salvage yard, what took place is that the car, it sounds to me like he was the claimant. He didn't go through his own insurance, or if he did, they did not operate in enough time to get the car out of salvage before the actual salvage yard or wherever it was storing it decided to sell the vehicle, right? Which meant
Exactly.
he had
Yeah.
enough documentation before that situation happened. Now, with that being said, normally, if a vehicle is totaled out under insurance, specifically, if it's totaled out under insurance, the insurance company, even if the vehicle is leased, still makes a payment as long as the insurance policy was in force at the time when the accident took place.
Yeah. So
Now,
he got the payment. He got the payment. He got the payment. He just kept the money.
Okay, so let me make sure I'm clear. Vehicle was totaled. They did not pay the lien holder who actually owned the car. They paid him.
Exactly, because it's apparently, I don't know how that happened, but he received the title under his name.
Okay.
So not like you know, since it's a lease, the title had to be under BMW, but apparently it was under his name. So I'm not sure who made that mistake, but essentially the title was under his name. He gave the title to the insurance company, and essentially they paid him out for the total of the vehicle, and he just kept the money, and he just been paying the lease ever since. So I don't know what to do with that client, with that account.
That would have to be an off the line conversation because there's too many things that's variable that has nothing to do with credit. Does that make sense? He's still responsible for the lease because he took the money knowing he wasn't the owner of the car. So that's number one. So since he took the money knowing he wasn't the owner for the car, did not reach out to the lien holder, because here's what would have happened. The lien holder would have then negotiated with the insurance company to say, listen, y'all are valuing the car at this, but this is what we value the car at. And they would have been able to negotiate to make sure that the whole entire thing would have been wiped out and he would not have been responsible for it. When he made the decision to go ahead and keep the money, and he's now in a situation where he has to return the car and he doesn't have the money, you're going to have to, but in this particular situation, if he's not coming up with the money, it's in essence going to be like a repo on the car that they don't have the ability to get back, right? So this is going to be a little bit more in depth that we would have to talk about offline. So I did drop my calendar information, but that is a little bit more extensive than what we're covering today. I do apologize.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to know, like, how do I follow up with that client? Should I just like not like not help that
being
client?
candid, at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do for him right now. Like, he got the money, right? He got the money. Whatever he did with the money or however he chose to allocate the funds is gone. So there's nothing you can do until it hits his credit report in this particular instance, because he doesn't have a car that he can come and give back to them. And realistically, I'm just talking about if the car was still at the salvage yard. If the car was still at the salvage yard, he could have called the lien holder and said, the car is totaled. They would have at least been able to go back and get their property. You follow what I'm saying? So then would it still have
Exactly.
been
I know the client messed up for sure. I know, yeah, I know the client messed up for sure. I'm just trying to understand if I should just tell him to just stop paying it or just finish paying it. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to see how do I go about this client. How can I schedule a call with you? You said to schedule a call using your calendar?
Yeah, I put my calendar link inside, but to answer the question, right now it's not going to impact him if he continues to make the payment. I don't know what his financial situation is to tell him to not pay or to continue pay. What you can do is tell him what the side effects are going to be with whatever choice he makes, right? So if he continues to make the payment for the next 6 months, at least he's in honor. He's making the agreement. What he's going to have to do is come up with a plan when the 6 month hit. Like, what is going to be his plan of action at that point? And how much is he going to have in like the gap between what he was given and what the balance would be? Because at that point, at the 6 month marker, he's going to have to tell the lien holder, I don't have the car,
Yeah.
and the car was totaled out, right? So for our job is not to tell him not to pay or to pay. Your job is to tell him, this is how it's going to impact you if you stop paying right now. The reality is you're not going to be paying a monthly fee. It's going to affect your payment history. It's also going to affect, hold on a second, sorry. It's also going to affect you once that 6 month, or once they've started looking for the car and they can't find it, right? This is how it's going to impact you. You now get to make the decision as to what do you want to pivot and do, right? You can't tell him stop paying. Yeah. You can only educate him. These are the areas that is going to affect you if you make the decision now, today, to stop paying for it.
Yeah. It's still going to impact his credit once they the lease is over and they can't recover the car. They're going to report that to his credit, correct?
Possible. So here's the thing, from the insurance space, what could potentially happen is and just giving you a little insight, what could potentially happen is the insurance company that made the payout to him may be obligated to pay the lien holder, which means what will end up happening is the insurance company will have to do it as a goodwill payment to your client, and then issue another payment to the actual lien holder that should have gotten the vehicle should have gotten a payment in the first place. So in reality, there is a possibility that if he runs that play now, that he may be able to get some resolve before that 6 month window hits. Does that make sense? Because the error was on him because he did not say, I don't own the car. But the reality is the due diligence on the insurance company should have been for them to research to ensure that that vehicle, they were paying out the actual owner to the vehicle.
Gotcha.
Right? So there is a recovery. There is a recovery, but it would depend. Like, I need a little bit more information on the claim itself in order to navigate you through those waters. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a great
So
question.
if I schedule it on your calendar, how would that work? Just we'll set up a call, or
you get to book the date and time that you want to talk to me that's available. I think my calendar is out for like 2, maybe 3 weeks. So you'll be able to schedule the time, whatever time slot I have open. Yeah, for you to go ahead.
I'll let you continue. Thank you so much for your input.
My pleasure. But yeah, I'm gonna have to, when you schedule the call, make sure in the box that you put this is about car insurance, because I'm gonna ask you specific questions so that way you can ask them, and then I can tell you exactly what you need to do from the insurance standpoint, because there is a way to recover, but it depends on what the insurance company did.
Thanks. Okay? Appreciate it.
My pleasure. My pleasure. All right, great questions. Great questions. Y'all already get me hot. That was that one. Okay, I love it. All right. So for those of you guys that just came in, I'm so sorry. My name is Raquel May David. And I know I'm repeating myself for those of you guys that came in earlier. I do apologize. I am your host. Our co-host is David Sanchez. And in the chat, JM is our moderator. So you might actually get access and get responses. I will go ahead and read the chats as well. But today, what we are meeting here for is for the onboarding call for the Dispute Panda software. So for the standard Dispute Panda, we're going to go through some features that are available and accessible to you guys. And then we're going to load a client. We're going to send out your first round of letters. And then we are going to open the floor for any questions that you may have on the platform and how it works. Before we get started, I like to start at the pricing because, I like to start at the stuff, okay, the meat and potatoes. But there was a message in the chat from Megan that says he's still responsible for the lease. You're right. So if he doesn't pay it, it's like any other debt. It will eventually go to collections. He should contact the lien holder and try to negotiate. To be quite honest, because insurance is in the mix, there is a different way that you can attack it. But it would take the client being very clear and having certain pieces for you to know how to do this, because if the insurance company did not pay the proper person, the insurance company may be able to send out another payment directly to the lien holder, and this way he does not have to continue making payments. But again, it depends on the time frame, how long it's passed, like some other things that we got to dive into. Next thing is, when sending the stall letter, how do you determine what form of mail to send it out as like first class. Okay, so when you're sending the stall letter, it's completely up to you. If just like all of the other letters, you can choose to do it first class, or you can choose to do it certified mail. Remember, the way that you're sending it just means a tracker is on it versus non-tracker on it. So I don't want you to get overwhelmed when it comes to the stallation process. The letters are still the same. So if you choose to send it first class, it's just like you're printing out that letter and you're sending it directly in the mail to the post office and walking off. If you do the tracking portion of the certified mail, then you just get to track what's going on with the letter. But either one is completely fine. Great questions. Y'all have fire ones today. Okay, Jordan, go ahead and pop on with your question, and then we're going to dive into the software. What questions do you have, Jordan?
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, all right. What's up? So, 2 of the 3 credit reporting agencies responded to my letter.
Mhm.
For Equifax, I got 2 deletions, and for TransUnion, I got 1 deletion. But
Mhm.
so should I send the letters for the like when I update the software with my credit report, I should still attack those, right? Even if they were verified.
I don't think I'm understanding. So let me make sure I understand the question. So you have sent out letters and you have gotten responses back saying that items have been deleted. And you're
Right.
trying to find out if when you pull your next round of letters, do you attack the same accounts, or are you saying, or do you attack new ones that have the other ones that came back verified?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let me clarify. You're going to wait the 35 to 40 days to go ahead and pull the report so you can see all 3 credit bureaus. At that time, whatever is on your actual credit report that is still showing negative, you're going to pull the next round of letter and dispute. If you have the pro feature, you have the ability to send the letters to the creditor as well as to the credit bureau so that you're more, your attack is more aggressive. But you're not worried about verified or not verified in round 1. You're not
Okay.
even worried about that in round 2 or 3. You're going to still go through the process. What you would do is you can send a verification letter if you choose to, but that is not something you need to do right now because you're just at the beginning, right? So how many rounds have you sent off so far?
Right, just 1. This is
Yeah.
my second one.
Yeah, so I would wait the 40 days, like I said, 35 to 40 days to pull your report and then see what all 3 bureaus have updated to. And then go on, and the system will tell you what's already negative. And I'm going to show you guys that as well, which is what I love about this feature. It'll tell you what's already negative, and then you'll be able to do the next disputes. Don't let verified in the first round spook you, or even in the 3rd round, because 97% of the time they never even contacted the creditor, which is why Dispute Panda upgraded to allow you guys to send letters to the creditors as well, to force that extra layer of validation to be completed. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
My
So what
pleasure.
should I do about Experian not responding?
Nothing, because you're not at 35 days yet.
Got it. All right, thank you.
My pleasure. Also, for everyone who's on the platform, quick pro tip: Experian does not always mail out your disputes or your responses. Check your emails, because sometimes they will go ahead and send the replies to your email and not via mail. That's just been an upgrade that I've been noticing. So I want you guys to have that source. If you guys have any questions that are outside of that, please go ahead and book me. It'll be my pleasure to talk to you about the source outside of the platform. We are going to dive in with the onboarding call today. Can you guys see my screen okay? I want to make sure, because I switched away for a minute. I'm gonna go, yep, okay, cool. Thanks, guys. So on the main page, I like to start off with pricing because I'm about the money, okay? I'm about y'all making money. I'm about y'all figuring out low-cost overhead. And Dispute Panda is truly a very low-cost option compared to other softwares that are out there. And let me talk to you about why. It is a 100% pay-as-you-go, free to sign up platform. And on today, not only am I going to show you how to use the platform, I'm going to show you how to do your round of attacks where instead of it being $17 per client per month, and remember, if you guys are doing it yourself, you guys are still the client. Instead of you paying that $17, I'm going to show you guys how to do it for free. All right, we're going to go through the process together, but what I want to cover is the basic platform for Dispute Panda to generate your round of attacks, static letters, personal information letters, goodwill letters, which you'll be able to see shortly, is free. Okay, if you decide to switch from that platform to the pro platform, you do have to pay $1 for 14 days and then $197 per month thereafter. What is the difference between the free and the pro? I got that answer for you. The pro gives you the ability to have a secured client portal. So that way your clients can update their IDs. You can send them contracts. You can have different payment forms. And I'm going to show you a couple of nice upgrades that are also available with the pro. You can also pay for the pro for the year, and that gives you 2 months for the free, which I definitely tell everyone to take advantage of if you can. Okay, so just to let you know, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to dispute for free on the platform where you do not have to pay the $17 a month, and we are going to dive into all of the lovely features that are available. The pro, the calculator, and the integration I'm going to go over that once we get into the software. I want to jump over to the training option. On the training, for everyone that just came on, the training platform gives you all of the information for free. So you are able to see, how do I load a client in? How do I import? How do I, what do each one of these tabs mean? So if for some reason it is late night and you're not quite sure how to dip and do, you can literally come to the training platform and there is a video for everything, okay? So you can leverage that. And then right here at the very top is what I like to point out. So we do have updates that are happening consistently about Dispute Panda, and a lot of the changes, the flows, have been communicated. You do not have to get this software and say, I don't know how to do credit repair, because we tell you what letter to select, what attack variations you are selecting. Are you sending it to the creditors? If this one should be handwritten or not. And then we also educate you on when you can tag in to do a CFPB complaint and what that process is going to be for you, right? Now, if you have the pro version, you are able to send letters not just to the 3 credit bureaus, 3 major ones, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. You are also able to send letters to the creditors that are listed on the credit report. You are also able to generate letters to the third-party providers that I like to call Big Brother in the sky at the same time. Now, bear in mind, the static letters, as I stated earlier, are free as long as you have money in your basket, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. But if not, if you do not have the pro version, you can still follow this workflow. The only difference is you will not have the capability of generating a creditor letter. All right. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys that. So if you have a question, concern, you're not quite sure how to leverage everything, understand that the training platform is here to make sure that you are a beast in these credit streets and know exactly how to use the platform efficiently and effectively. All right. The contact tab gives you the ability to go ahead and reach out to customer service. So if you're getting an error message, if you're getting a code that looks funky, if you feel like things are not working, you have the ability to go ahead and not only put the information in here. I always recommend on every single call to use a product called Loom, LOOM. Loom.com. Loom is a free platform that allows you to go ahead and actually you can actually go ahead and start recording live videos with Loom to go ahead and send off to someone. One of the features that I love about that is that you have the ability to see when the person has watched the video so that you know for sure that what you are looking for, or what you know that it was watched, number one, and number two, you get to have all of the comments, so they can comment on the video, they can see on your end exactly what you're seeing, so that way you have no issues. So you would put the client's name here and you would copy the Loom video and say, hey, this is the problem that I'm having, can you guys please help me? I'm going to drop that in the chat as well, so you guys have accessibility to it, because I love making sure that you guys have all the sauce that you guys can to make sure that you're making everything work. Okay. And I'm going to drop this in the chat. So if you have a general question, so it has nothing to do with documents, nothing to do with rounds, subscriptions, anything like that, you want to be a part of the beta testing group. Don't feel like you have to, you cannot be a part of the group. You really can. All you have to do is send a message, and it'll go automatically to the team, and you can actually let them know, hey, I want to be a part of this. I have a general press question. I want to know about partnership, and you'll be able to get everything that you need in order to basically be a part of the team if you need to. So customer service, as I said, is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you have the ability to connect with them and get everything that you need through the customer service team. So on that, does anyone have any questions on the platform? Nope. Okay. Oh, the Muslim is back. All right. So excited. All right, so we have that taken care of. I'm going to jump in, and we are going to sign up for free. So I did see new people come in the room. So if you guys already have Dispute Panda, what expectations should we set with our client as far as time period? Great question. So there is no time frame that you can clearly give, because with credit repair, there's no guarantees. I've had one client that was only with me for 3 months. You were able to hit their goals based on their earning potential, budgeting, paying things off. They had capital that came in. So the number that they were looking for, we were able to get within 3 months, and we were able to get a lot of the negative things off as well. So they were able to go ahead and go into closing. Traditionally, 6 to 12 months is the time frame that you would educate your client on being with you. However, I've had a person with me for as long as 24 months because of their needs, their goals, how aggressive they were going off, and again, coming in and going out, right? If the client leaves and they're gone for a month or so, you have to educate your client that you need at least 60 days to get them back in rotation. But the sweet spot on average is a client is with you from 6 to 12 months. That's the expectation you should provide them. But again, nothing is guaranteed. So I want to make sure that that is stated as well. But great question. Great question. All right. So we are going to go ahead and start with loading the platform. If you guys just came in and you guys have the Dispute Panda platform, please drop 1 panda. If you guys have the platform and have already sent out your first round of letter, please drop 2 pandas. Panda. I promise you, if y'all follow me on social media, y'all are sick of me. My accountability partner is sick of me on Monday and Wednesdays because all I do is drop pandas all on my site. But yeah, I want everybody to know I'm here. So now, Miss Clay, I already know that you didn't sent your letters off, girl. I'm so proud of you. Come on, somebody. Okay, so we're going to sign up with the platform. I want to go ahead and point out some features that are here when we're talking about this platform. So when you are signing up, the information that you're putting into the platform right now is going to be used to log in. So the email that you put here is going to be your login email. You're going to create a password. If you are doing this as a business, you can put the company name in. If you are not, and you're just doing this for yourself, your family, you're dipping and doing and trying to get your feet wet in this credit repair streets, it is fine for you to leave it alone. It will actually just plug your full name into the company name. And then if you decide to transition from just helping to actually earning, and we're going to talk about different ways you can earn as well, you have the ability to go ahead and change that. And I will show you where you can do that. Okay. So the email that you're going to use is going to be a separate email than if you're working on your own profile. So for instance, I'm using girl24@gmail.com, right? This email that I'm going to be using is going to be, it has to be different than the one I'm going to use for myself as a client. So if I'm going to be putting Raquel May into the software as an actual client, then I have to make sure that when I load myself in as a client, I do not use girl24@gmail.com. All right. That's not my phone number. Hold on. 407. And then you want to go ahead and make sure that you guys store your password. I like to sign up for stuff because I like discounts. I like promos. I like it all. Okay. Your girl be in these streets. I want to collect it all. So I personally do sign up for that. You do not have to, but that is something that I do. You do have to sign up for the privacy clause. However, this is the service agreement. What I want to explain as it pertains to the service agreement is it tells you how to do business, what is expected of you, what's expected of Dispute Panda. You have to click this button and hit accept in order for you to go on to the next page. I will educate everyone that before you sign anything, I know that we have a bunch of people who are in this room that have already signed up. I want you to be able to go back and review it at a later time. But that's basically what that disclaimer is about. And right up here, you'll see that it says read and resend verification of email. The email that you sign up with will get a notification that tells you that you have signed up for the platform. I am not going to confirm it today, but you guys will be able to do that. I normally say to do that within the first 48 hours to make sure that you're good to go. On this main screen, this is what your dashboard looks like. If you have the pro feature, you have the ability to go ahead and see your client's birthday. If not, you will just see the documents. If it's missing or completed, all of that information will be on your dashboard. If you are looking for a client, you can find your client at the top or over here on the left where it says the client side under the dashboard. Now, if you decide that you want to update to the Dispute Panda Pro, it is on the main dashboard where you can update, where you can upgrade. And if you guys are here today, we're going to be covering Credit Dyno. So Credit Dyno is a credit monitoring software that is integrated with the Dispute Panda software. So as you guys saw before, when we were looking at the dispute flow rounds, it's saying Credit Dispute Panda Pro and Credit Dyno. Because of the integration within the system, it allows us to go ahead and make sure that we have the ability to see and track trends. So if a letter is working to create to delete charge-offs more or something of that nature with the verbiage, the system is tracking all of that information because it's basically partnered together. One of the great features that I love about Credit Dyno is that it also gives you the ability to see your client's credit report for the full 7-year window. Most credit monitoring software only gives you the information for the 2 years. So you're not able to see if they had a child support, if they were late with child support 4 years ago and it still shows derogatory, but now it shows current. You follow me? You want to go ahead and make sure that you are able to see all that information so you can educate yourself if you're signing up for yourself, or you can educate your client. The Credit Dyno software gives you a payout. So if you sign up as an affiliate from this screen, if you sign up as an affiliate, you have the ability to make $8. They do have different packages, so you can call Credit Dyno and increase what the monthly fee is, and that will allow your revenue to go from $8 to up to $22. But you would talk to Credit Dyno about the different features for the plans, and that way you can roll them out. Completely up to you. I personally kept mine at the $29 a month rate, and I'm getting $8 per person that signs up. Right? Easy peasy, lemon peasy. So this is a great feature, and I'm going to show you, because I have Credit Dyno, I get a free round of attack every 35 days, as long as I keep my credit monitoring on. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to load myself as a client and show you guys shortly how everything is integratable. So you want to make sure that if you have the ability to, you guys have the software, get the affiliate link, because that's something you can add to your link tree, your bit.ly, like all of those sites, for you to get exactly what you need to make posts. And then you can tell people, click on my link to go ahead and find out what your credit score is. I do it at the beginning of the month, I do it at the end of the month, and it actually helps you with passive income just from making that post. Okay. So this is the client tab. This is where you can see the active clients, the inactive clients. And if you guys are transferring over from another platform, you can click on the CSV file, click on import, and import your CSV file. Again, if you guys are having an issue with importing the files, you can use the Loom video, show them what you're seeing on your end. You can then send customer support at info@disputepanda.com the actual CSV file, and they will import it for you. Okay, so I definitely love the fact that this is available to you guys, and I did drop the Loom link for you to be able to navigate the waters. And again, that's right, JM. Come on, tell them, child. Customer service is here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to answer your question. Now, I'm on here Mondays and Wednesdays and soon to be Thursdays. But if you need help 24 hours a day, we have it for you. We're here to help you, okay? And if you need to add a new client, this is where you would go to add a client to send their information off. Right? The letters tab is where you can see the letters that are going out for the clients. You'll be able to see the client's name, the type of letter that you selected, and then if there's a tracking code or anything of that nature, you'll be able to see it here, as well as the date and time. Now, the software does mail letters out for you, okay? With that being said, if you complete the process by 12 p.m. PST time, your letters will go out the same day. If it's after that time, it will go out the next day. All right. They only mail out letters Monday through Friday. And you are able to only get guaranteed or tracking on the certified mail. So understand, the first class mail just means regular mail that you're sending out to, okay? So if you want tracking, and again, the new flow that we have out that is in the training tab on the top, it does not require you to send anything out first class mail. You can elect to tell the system to send the item out for you first class mail, but it is not required, okay? And you can check the status of the mail, and you don't have to go and log into USPS. You can literally come here. You'll see an icon right here, like you see the eye. You can open it and you'll be able to see all of the information, okay? Love, love, love that. Again, you do have to have money in your bucket. You know how I like to say you have to have money in your bucket. This is your bucket where you can have the funds to in order for the letters to be mailed out. So the inbox is for the pro feature. It is where your clients can communicate with you safely and seamlessly without any issues. The report tab is actually where you have the ability to see what kind of changes and influx have happened since you have been on the platform. So if you do it, let me move this out the way. If you do the home screen, you'll be able to see this information, which will show you what deletions has happened overall in totality since you have been on the platform doing business. you can then click the share report tab, and it will create a social media post that will show what you have been able to successfully complete. And let me drag that over here for you guys. And you'll be able to show exactly, you can post it on social media, any of your social medias, to show, listen, I've deleted over, $2,000 worth of debt. And this actually is also available on the clients tab specifically, for you to have accessibility to post for each individual client. If you have your logo in there and your phone number, it's available as well. And if you have a website, all of that will actually show, because it's not going to show Dispute Panda. It's going to show whatever information you have there. Okay. So you're able to customize it accordingly. That is the report tab. And then the subscription tab is also a pro feature where you're able to make different payment forms. You can make different subscriptions. So if you have a pay as you go program, if you have an elite program, if you have a payment form because you're also doing other things, like you're doing bankruptcy, but you're going to charge additional or separately because you're sending letters to Pacer or whatever the case may be, you're able to create those forms in the software, and you're able to connect your merchant service account to this platform. So again, this is still a pro feature that you're able to leverage. The training, of course, takes you back to the training where you can download everything. And then the contact us takes you to the contact screen where you're able to navigate the waters as well. Okay. I want to go ahead and dive into the billing in a second, but I want to talk about the profile. So this profile information is your username, your name, because you're the owner of the platform, and you can choose to add your photo into the software. If you update to the pro, your clients will be able to see your picture and your image as well. For the organization, you are able to put your logo, your contact information, your website, your email address, your telephone number, your privacy policy, your business address, and your contract here. So what would happen is when you upload your client, which I'll show you guys a little bit later, you'll be able to go ahead and they will get a copy of the contract that you have so that they can sign and make sure that you can support them accordingly. Okay. Team members is really, really great because it gives you the ability to add someone else as a user on the platform, and you do not have to worry about giving out your username and password. So you can literally, if you have an admin, if you have a VA, if you have children like I do that work your business, I'm not giving you access to make any changes, but I will go ahead and give you access where you can create your own password to go ahead and get into the platform. And you can have, if you have 4 or 5 people, you can have them on here. There's no limit for you to have your team work and support you accordingly. And that way, everyone has their individual files that they're working, and you don't have to pay additional fees for this, right? Your affiliate links is where your credit monitoring links would be available. I personally have shifted to Credit Dyno. I think I have one client that's using another credit monitoring software, but I've shifted to Credit Dyno because of the fact that I get a free round of disputes. So that way, the only thing that my capital is going to is if I'm out of the country, I will let the software actually mail the letters out for me. I personally am a control freak, and plus I have a 6-year-old. We go to the post office together on Wednesdays. So that's our little date night. We had date night yesterday, by the way. But anyway, you have the ability to decide if you want to mail it out or not. But if I do travel and I'm getting my rounds out and I want it done, I will go ahead and put the money in the bucket and let them mail it for me. So that's one less thing that I have to worry about. Okay. But that is an option that you can do. And if you have multiple credit monitoring links, you can have all of them turned on. So if you have the pro, your client can select which one you want, or you can turn them off and you just hit save. And then when your client comes into the portal, they'll only have the option that you have accessible to you. All right. disputing options. So I saw that there was a question in the chat. What is the best address to set disputes to Experian? They have multiple PO box addresses. So the address that's in the system is the up-to-date address right now. If you get a kickback or you get your clients get the letters mailed back, you can go ahead and Google any additional addresses that Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion has, and you can go ahead and come here and edit the information accordingly, so that it will now get printed and generated on the new set of letters. But right now, this has been the most accurate addresses that are available right now. You are correct, Julio. There are like 6 or 7 different addresses out there for the credit bureaus. So it is always important to go ahead and figure out which one's going to be able to help, right? Okay. So, but you will find out which one is accessible for you when you get the letters back from the credit bureau. But I haven't had an issue with these addresses that are currently listed here. The billing tab allows you to, of course, save your payment information, so you can actually add your card, so that if whenever you want to replenish your account, you have the card there. Want to point something out, guys. If you guys are leveraging this platform as a personal user, so like Raquel is not doing business as Evolving Eve, I'm doing business as Raquel, and I'm helping my family out. The card that is supposed to be on file is still Raquel, because Raquel is the owner of the platform. So what I would do if my family is not signed up with Credit Dino, but I am still processing their information for them, is I would collect the payment from them, and then I would put it on my card, and then I would process the letters, right? For them, because I now have the tangible funds to be able to do that. But I don't want you to, no one else's card should be on here but your own, okay? If you want to purchase in bulk, you can by entering the information in here. If not, the option is that you can, they have a new subscribe and save, which I love as well, where you have the ability to subscribe and you can get 50% more than what you originally asked for. So if you pay $20 a month, you would get $30. If you pay $60 a month, you would get $90, and you will put your card information. So this is ideal for like a couple situation, or if you might have about 3 people. Anything more than that, you want to go ahead and do the bulk purchase instead. And again, if you're only worried about mailing because everyone is under the Credit Dino, then that's one less thing that you have to worry about. The invoice tab gives you the ability to see the invoices for pros, any statements available for the attack rounds, right? And then the activity shows you the attacks that you've done for the client, any mailing, what costs you've paid, and then any attack credits that are available. The integration is also a pro feature for everyone that has Panda Pro and that had previously signed up and had the CRBB platform. You were getting Kong automation at a discounted rate where you can have your funnels, your lead generations, everything there. It was free for 30 days. And then you got a discount for the second month, and then it's $99 a month thereafter. So if you guys don't have an email sequence, don't have a funnel build, the pro offer was giving you that option and that connection with Kong automation. So again, if you guys are there and leveraging that platform, please don't sleep on it. Take advantage of it. The last option that is available is a Dispute Panda referral agreement. That is currently not live, but it will be live in 2024. So I do tell people it's better to be on the waiting list. So when it goes live, you already are going to have your codes versus you signing up when the floodgates open and you might not be able to get that opportunity. All right. So, and that's good. Like if you're a realtor or if you're in the credit space and you know other people that are in the credit space, you have the ability to take advantage of that as well. Okay. So before I get started, I am going to open up the room for questions. I do see that Miss Nugent is here. Hey, welcome back. How can I help? Oh, it looks like, did I lose her?
I have a phone call. I'll be right back.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions or comments on what we've already gone over? No questions? All right, David and JM have dropped some contact information. Remember, customer service is here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at info@disputepanda.com. If you guys came in a little bit later, we are available on YouTube, and we are also available right here. If you click on Panda Live in the community, you'll be able to watch all of the replays that you may have missed. All right, what questions do you have, ma'am?
Yeah, I just have a couple of questions and I have to go. For the credit dino, do you have to have your subscription active in order to refer people and get the ritual credit?
So the only thing that you need to have is this affiliate link. So as long as you've signed up for your affiliate link, anyone that signs up for Credit Dino under your affiliate link will be able to utilize it, whether you're a customer or not.
Whether I am a customer or not?
That is correct. So you have to have clicked on Become an Affiliate in order for you to have an affiliate link to have someone to sign up for. If you did not do that, then you're not going to get paid out for it. Does that make sense?
So I click on that link, I sign up I register. Do I have to continue paying the $29.99 in order to receive the credit once somebody sign up?
So I want to make sure that we're talking about two separate things. You as a customer, if you have Credit Dino and you cancel your subscription, you will not get your residual if you signed up under your own affiliate. So if I signed up under your affiliate, whether you have an active account or not, you would still get paid out for my sign-up fee. Does that make sense?
Yes and no. I understand the second part. The first part, if I cancel my subscription,
right,
I still receive the credit.
No, because you don't have the subscription. So you would not receive credit for your account on your personal because your account is not active. The only way to get the credit or to receive the free round of attack is for you to have an active account. If you cancel your subscription, you're not getting the free round and you're not getting the residual income, because it's not active. So think about, you have Netflix. If you cancel your next Netflix subscription, you can't log in and watch videos because you canceled it. So it's the same premise. But if I signed up under your link, or like, for instance, you were doing it for your mom or your husband or whatever, if they signed up and they kept their account active, yes, you would still receive the funds for them. But once the subscription is canceled, you're not getting paid out anything because they're not collecting anything.
So yes, my subscription has to be active in order to receive the residual income.
For you, for your specific, so I want to make sure that we're clear. As an affiliate, so I think this is where we're getting confused. If I gave you my link, I'm the owner of the account. So this doesn't say become an affiliate. It says click on dashboard, right? I gave you my link and you signed up under my link. I would only get paid if you are active. Whether I have an active account or not is irrelevant because you used my link. So I would get paid because you were using the actual link. Now, if I signed up under my affiliate link and I cancel my subscription, I will still have an affiliate link, but I would not be getting paid for my subscription because I'm not paying for it anymore.
Yeah, of course, because you sign up under yourself and you're not paying the subscription.
For my own account, but I would still get paid from you as long as you still have the active account.
Okay, and so So I don't have to be active.
As a user, as a personal user, in order for you to get paid out from other people. You won't get paid out for you because you've canceled your services, but you can get paid out if everyone else uses your affiliate link.
Even when I'm not active.
Right, because you're talking about a personal account. We're not talking about an affiliate program means I have a link that people can use for me, and I get money off of them using my link. That's what the affiliate program uses. The only thing that you're taking off the table is you're no longer taking your account into play. So the money that you would have made off of you being active, you're not making that money.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
Cool.
So I went on the website, the Credit Dino website, to sign up so that I could take the advantage of the 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
So should I use the affiliate with that account, or should I use the affiliate on the Dispute Panda?
So you have already signed up under the 7-day. That means you're not receiving any earnings from that account because it's not linked to your affiliate link. So if you decided to not go from your affiliate link and sign up for Dispute Panda, sign up for Credit Dino, you went strictly to Credit Dino and signed up here, then you see the difference between, so this is my affiliate link. When you sign up under my affiliate link, you automatically are charged $29.99. When you signed up under the just straight clicking on the link that was in the chat that says Credit Dino, when you sign up with them, they give you an option. Hold on, I'm going to pull it over here.
Why,
they give you an
I
option.
understand. I understand I won't receive anything for myself, but well, I'm talking about my customer, other people.
Right. And what I'm trying to explain is your link is that, so your account that you signed up directly through Credit Dino, you're not getting any residuals from because you did not sign up under your link. If you give someone your particular link, as soon as they sign up, you will start making money for that account.
Okay, and that link is click on the become affiliate.
That is correct.
Okay, and when I click on the become affiliate, I'm trying to go there. I put in my information and sign up, and then it will give me a link to send to other people.
So while you're here right now, since you're asking that question, click on the link. Go ahead and put your name in, put your email in, put your password, and click sign up for Credit Dino and tell me what you see. Because it's not sending you anywhere else. It's going to have everything right here for you in real time.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Right,
No problem. So once you do that, you'll actually get the dashboard. And then when you come back to the home screen, guys, it's a great question. When you guys come back here, it will literally say, instead of become an affiliate, it will say go to dashboard. And that way, when you click on it, it will take you to the dashboard where you can see your actual information of your code, your affiliate code there.
Okay.
Great questions. Great questions. Anything else?
Yes. On the loan, on the either loan or bank statement, or no, either mortgage loan statements or car payment statements. When I click on static letter, it says to enter in informations like where to and address. I noticed on the statement it has two different address on the top letterhead and at the bottom where you can mail the check. Which address do you usually use?
So the bottom is specifically a payment processing center. Normally that's a coupon receipt and it will say send your payment here, right? So you would not use that one because that one is a payment processing center. So you would use the other address. Great question.
I think
Oh,
what happened if what happened if you already used the other one?
There's a possibility that they could forward it, or there's a possibility that nothing happens at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
My pleasure. Great question. Great question. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, thank you, thank you. All right, guys, so we're gonna get started. Before I dive into adding myself as a client, does anyone else have any additional questions? And I wanna make sure that I point out, with Credit Dino, for you to actually get the free round of attack, you have to keep the credit monitoring active. So with you guys, I'm gonna take you guys through, but I'm gonna show you how it shows up that you get a free round of attacks every time it goes. Candid conversations, let me know if you can still hear me, or if you need me to speak up. I gotta probably say it with my chest, but let me know. Thank you so much for your feedback, my love. So in this, I like to show this screen, and I know that David is always dropping this in the chat. So if you guys are by your computers, please, please, please go ahead and download this. If you are not, and you are going to get into it later, okay, guys? I want you, ooh, I kicked something down here. I want you to go ahead and look at this screen. Over here in the top corner, you'll see it says how to add a client to Dispute Panda software and get a free round of attack. So with this is all going to tell you what should be in your documentation when you are sending off letters for yourself, your client, your cousin, your husband, and them. Okay. Now, the point of this is that you want to make sure that all of the information is consistent. So if you have a driver's license that says you live at 1414 Mockingbird Lane, the supporting document, i.e. a cell phone bill, paycheck stub, should say you live at 1414 Mockingbird Lane. If the address does not match, then you are not going to use that driver's license. So if you move from 1414 Mockingbird Lane to 2703 Kiss Street, right, and you have not updated your driver's license as of yet, don't fret. Move on to something else on the list. So you can request that document from your client, from your loved one, so that you can make sure that you have the documents needed to go ahead and dispute their credit profile accordingly, okay? I want to point out right here, when we're talking about the utility bills, guys, you want to make sure that you're asking for updated bills every 90 days is the best practice, so that way the credit bureau can't say, well, we can't validate that address is still theirs. No, play with somebody else. I know that this information is accurate and you get it. Now, the Social Security card is optional unless you're using the Social Security card as a proof of identification, as you can see over here. So if you're using the Social Security card as a proof of identification, then you're not using it again in other, it's not necessary. These two red spaces will show you on the other screen once I get in that is the only two things that are required. So if you guys are by your computer, check the chat. David did his thing and dropped this actual image. If you are not, please remember, in the training tab, if you click on the how to add a client to Dispute Panda software and get a free attack, is literally in the software for you, okay? So you'll be able to watch a training video and get exactly what you need. So no other questions. I'm going to get started with loading myself in as a client. If there's no other questions, nope. All right, cool. So you're going to make sure that when you're doing this, you're putting the information specifically for the client. Remember I said you cannot use the same email address. So let's say I did try to use the same email address. It's going to tell me that I'm not able to do that. Now, the phone numbers can be reused, everything else can be reused, but you are not able to reuse the same email, and I will show you what it shows. The address, you want to make sure that you have it listed correctly on each individual line. So the exception to that is, let's say it has an apartment D, you're going to put 14235 Lee Lane, apartment D, then the city, then the state, so that it will print out on the letter properly. Please remember that anything that you're putting in here is going on the actual letter. So you want to make sure that all of the information is correct. 2/11/81. All right. So if you have the pro version, you are able to click this lovely box here. It will send the contract to the client. If you already have the contract in file, it will send them an email for them to create their own their own password. Their username is going to be the email address, and then it will allow them to upload the document so you don't have to upload it yourself. But I'm going to show you guys today how to do that seamlessly. If you do not have the pro feature, do not click on this box. It's not going to do nothing at all. You see right here where it says the client cannot have the same email address as the CRO. So you being the owner of this particular platform, it will not allow you to go ahead and actually use the same email. Now that I've changed it, it will allow me to go through because I've altered the name a little bit to go in. So you want to make sure that you have more than one email address, okay? Now the documents that, no, that's not what I want to do. Give me one second. The documents that you want to have, I'm going to show you how to crop and save, because the goal here is not to waste trees, ink, envelopes, as my son would say, no envelopes. You want to make sure that you're doing what you need to do to go ahead and reduce costs as much as possible. Because think about it, guys, you already have a free platform that you're leveraging and you're using Credit Dino, so you're getting the round of dispute for free. Why would you want to waste money anywhere else, right? So you're able to go ahead and crop and save what you specifically need to utilize. And that way you're not using more paper or more ink than what you need. Okay, and you can literally click, oh, my mouse is acting funny. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, time to change. So you're able to crop and save. Hold on 1 second. Let me switch out these batteries. And that way it makes it easier for you to do business the way you need to make sure that everything is trying to fit on at least 1 to no more than 2 pages, okay? So you're gonna select crop and save. And how you know the system took it is how it looks grayed out like this. So how it looks gradient, you're not able to clearly see. That is for the protection of your client. So remember, if you guys have outsourcers and things of that nature that's leveraging and using the software for you, you can still secure your client's information without it being exposed when you're outsourcing to other individuals, and make sure it's still safe for your client. So how you know it's there, you're able to see this gray. Sometimes, and in the past, I have seen where you need to update it. It'll have like a little box. It won't look like this. It'll just be a little box in there. But all of that has been worked out. But if you do see it, you just simply click the X, remove whatever is showing there, and you can drop the document in and crop and save again. The same thing with the bills. Once the new bill comes in, it's 90 days that have passed, you can go ahead and get the updated information as needed, okay? So definitely love that. Now, one of the other amazing things that I love to show about Credit Dino is a lot of people who are in this room that are CROs, you guys get to see that you have to log into another credit, you have to log into your credit monitoring software, update the credit report, then double back over here, y'all, and then go ahead and download or upload that device. Well, with Credit Dino, you don't have to do that. You just put the username and password here, you click 1-click import, and every 35 days, you click 1-click import, and you're able to literally get it done. So you don't have to worry about managing 2 or 3 platforms. You literally just have one place to go to use and go. So I'm gonna upload the information in the software. While I'm doing that, do you guys have any questions? Here. I love seeing new faces. Welcome to the room, all those that are new. I totally appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, you can definitely come off mute, because while I'm doing this, I'm not able to see the chat, and I want to make sure that I'm as responsive as possible. For those of you guys that are seasoned and are coming in and have a good question, you can definitely ask questions now as well while I'm getting everything transferred over. Let me see. We're going to minimize this. Alrighty. So I'm gonna go back to sharing my screen. Cool. Okay, so we have the disputing here. Now that the system has brought in everything, you have the ability to go ahead and see all of the accounts that the system has already flagged needs to be repaired. So in real time, you don't have to worry about, hey, what do I pick? What do I select? As far as any of the negative accounts, they're already highlighted. And I'm going to show you another perk of Credit Dino because I love it. But in here, when you're going through the platform, please note that your inquiries are not selected. You have to select the inquiries on your own. Before I jump ahead, let me go ahead and show you guys. If you look, this is what the pop-up looks like once you have imported the credit report into the system. And then you will also be able to see it over here on the lower left where it says free attack, and it shows you which one. Now, please know that the attack rounds are account specific, which means, you know, if Susan has a Credit Dino account, Susan can use that free round of attack. No one else can. So it's not interchangeable, it's not shareable at all. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me open back up the chat. Okay. What you want to do when you come to this platform is you want to make sure that when it comes to best practices, you're not disputing an inquiry that is attached to an open and active account. If you have an inquiry that is attached to an open and active account, you run the risk of getting that account closed. So you don't want to do that at all, okay? How you can check is you can do Command F, or you can do Control F, which all depends on the type of software you have. And what you can do is search by the names that you see up here. Now, one thing I want to point out is this first one here says CRB, which is Cross River Bank. But if you're not savvy and you don't really know the abbreviations, for instance, THB, you'll see that a lot of times on the credit report. That's the Home Depot. But until you kind of get those acronyms together, you want to go ahead and search it. Scroll down if you have to. A lot of times you'll see something like it'll say Synchrony and then PayPal, or Synchrony and JCPenney. So do not be alarmed if you're seeing slashes. Just go ahead and search either the one in the front of the slash or behind to make sure that you're getting what it is that you need accomplished, right? So as you can see, seed is Cross Country Bank, but Cross River Bank, but you would have to kind of like be in the profile a little bit longer for you to know what that is. Now, in this particular case, this account is in collections, so I have no problems disputing this account. And you would do that in essence for every single one of these here. Or if you like to cap it, you surely can. Most of the letters cap off the inquiries at about 7. So my rule of thumb is each round that I do no more than 7 disputes per credit bureau. So let's be clear, when you're looking at this overall, it says 10, but only 3 are with Experian, with Equifax, only 2 are with Experian, and 5 are with TransUnion. So in essence, if all of these were not linked to an account below, I could dispute all of these in this round and you'll be completely fine. It won't cause any issues or delays, right? This is your inquiry section. The next section is public records. Public records are bankruptcies, child support liens, judgments, anything that the public want to be in your business, okay? You have the ability to go ahead and leverage that here. Give me 1 second. And then you go down to the account tab. So I love to dive into the account tab and kind of explain some of the features that are here. So with the when you click on this option, it opens up and it gives you a summary, a payment history, and an account health for you to review. What that does is it gives you a great set of details for you to navigate the waters, to be able to explain what is going on with the account, how your client is doing business, and be able to educate them on that platform. So for instance, let's say this Wells Fargo account, we know it's closed, but let's think about it as if it was open. If you're having a conversation with your client at 56% on-time payment, you can educate them that, you know, the payment portion, because we have 5 factors of the FICO score, the highest one is your payment history, which is roughly 192 points. You're only hitting 56% of on-time payment just with this card. So we don't even know what the other cards look like now, right? But just with this card. So if we're at 56% here, you're not getting your max of 192 points. So how are we going to get you into the 800 club if we don't make sure that going forward, you're now making payments on time? But now you can even take the conversation a little further and ask them what happened in September of 2022. You can see if it's a trend as it pertains to their card. In August of 2022, something happened. Was it COVID? Was it a job shift, right? I had a client who every 2 years, every year he has to leave his company. And why he has to leave his company is because he maxes out on the health insurance. So sometimes he has a gap in between where he has to go, and he maxes out because he has a child that he has to take care of. So sometimes he falls behind, and that's creating the gap, right? So now we're going to talk about how can we create a cushion, because we know that every year, given your child's necessity right now, you're going to have to switch jobs because of the necessity that your family has, right? Or the line of business that he does. Again, everyone's different. So with that being said, sometimes he leaves a job at 6 months, sometimes he leaves a job at 8 months, because if he hits his max and they're not willing to pay for anything, he has to go somewhere else. So now we're having a conversation of how are you budgeting, right? So you're learning your client, you're learning what's going on, but you're also educating them that, hey, there's 192 points that you can get just for paying on time. And then you can shift the conversation, not just from paying on time, but also, hey, the next highest rating in the credit score makeup is how much available credit you have. The trend across the board for all of your cards is that you're using more than what is allotted, which means you're not getting the full 165 points, right? In that area, roughly. You're not getting that. You're over the limit on every card, or you're over limit on 3 cards. So with that being said, when they're looking at the equation, you're using more credit than what's owed, you look risky. Number 1, so that's going to be a problem. Number 2, you also want to make sure that you're not being charged more. So if you have a client that for whatever reason is over their limit, the tip you're going to give them is you're going to pay the minimum amount that you owe times 2 plus $4. So we can get you back under solid grounds to where when they hit you with interest again, you're not going back over your limit, right? So you want to have those conversations, you want to curate them and say, listen, this is what this is saying, is that you don't have control. And that's not what the credit bureaus, not the credit bureaus, but the creditors want to see, because Capital One wants to give you money when they know that you're not at risk to not pay it back. You're not at risk to going over. And again, you're still leaving 165 points on the table. Now, what most people don't know is a 760 and an 800 credit score get the same interest rate, okay? So if I can get you to a 760, and that just has to be with you paying differently on your cards, then we can get you into the spaces and in the rooms that you need to maximize your dollars, right? So that's one of the features that you have that you can educate and curate on. The other option is if you guys are already beasts in these credit streets and you write your own factual disputing letters or your own Metro 2 letters that have already been working, and you know your compliance-based letters that work, you can actually plug them in here and you can save them for future uses. And what will happen is that when you come back, you'll be able to select that particular template. And instead of the rounds for all of the others, so let's say you're doing the Punch of Fury attack, it will not print out the Punch of Fury for that particular account that you selected your template for. It will only send out the letters, the letter that you selected in that customized message tab. If you decide like, you know what, I'm not going to do that, I'm just going to follow the flow, you can just remove it and it will automatically dispute accordingly. Okay. So that is one of the features that I like to show you guys. And it's right here in the customized message tab. And then you can click on remove accordingly. Now you cannot get to the next step until you have click save filter. Once you click save filter, you go to the attack round and you are able to start attacking. Okay. With that being said, the flow is already there. You follow and go. I've had the calls where someone will come in and be like, well, I sent off my first round and they said this, what should I do? Send the next round. So go ahead and do it. Okay. If you guys do not have the pro, which is completely fine, what you're going to do instead is you're still going to go ahead and select the Punch of Fury, Supreme Boosted. You're still going to do the static letters as long as you have money in your bank, and you're going to select the handwritten option. Again, this one does not have to be in first class mail. Does not have to be certified mail. So you can come here, you would click on Punch of Fury, handwritten. If you had the pro, you would click generate creditor letters. You would hit Punch of Fury, Supreme Boosted, hit start, and then type in confirm. That is it. That is all. Now, if you have money in your bucket, you would come back here, click on static letters. You would scroll down and you would click LexisNexis. You would click Innovis, LCI, ARS, Credco, Clarity, DataX, Microbuild, and then you would click Start Round. Now, what I want to point out is that you can do the prep work beforehand to verify if your client has all of these. If not, you can select the letters. I personally proactively check it when I do my consultation to see if they have accounts with all of these that I can see showing up on the credit report. My day one letters, I do a little bit differently because I send personal information out to all of them before I actually start disputing for my clients. But if you send these out and you get a letter back that says there's no account, or you get a letter back that says you need to verify, you can fill out the information, send it to that to the third party and see if a report comes back to you. If there's no report, the next month, you just don't pick that person. So for instance, let's say there's no account with LCI. When you guys look at the dispute flow, it says the second round, I'm still picking the letter and I'm still sending the static letters. I just wouldn't check the one that does not apply for them, right? You want to work smarter, not harder. And you'd click handwritten font, start round. As long as money's in the bank, it will be able to go ahead and print for free for you. All right. And then let me go ahead and exit out of this real quick. And then if you wanted the system to mail out for you, you're already being able to see what these letters are, how many letters are going out, what the pages are, what the total cost is. So if you don't have that money there, you just go ahead and hit cancel, click over here, add the money to your bucket. You go back to your client. Oh, I forgot I didn't put my name in there. Hold on. You go back to your client, you go back to attack. Give me 1 second. My sister want to be rude to me today. We're going to go attack. Disrespectful. Let's go profile. Okay, that's what it was to do. We go back to attack. I can click back on the attack round. I can click on mail them out now that I've added the money, and I can send it out. If you're saying, listen, it's not supposed to be double-sided, it's supposed to be single-sided, remember, the first round is not in color. None of them you have to have in color. So you can elect to leave it as no. All right. And then if you want to do certified mail, you can click certified mail. And that will show you what the cost is if you do it certified mail through the system or if you do it first class mail through the system. And notice how the price changes, because double-sided it was $16, Single-sided is $22.08. All right. And then you just click pay and mail and you walk away. You don't even have to worry about anything anymore. Right. So we have literally just gone through, completed the first round of disputes. And if you click on the history tab, you'll be able to see the letter that you selected, who it went to. If it was a letter ID that they're mailing out standard, you would see the letter ID here. If you did it certified, the tracking information would be here. You'd also be able to see the credit report, the scores. If you have invoices, you'll be able to see that information here, any billing. And then the note tab is a pro feature. So if you did something additional, let's say there was a late payment and you decided I'm not going to do around this time with that one, I'm going to do a goodwill letter first. You can put in the notes, hey, I did a goodwill letter this month. I'm waiting for the response before I go ahead and send out this letter, right? So you have options for you to leverage. Other than that, we have literally just gone through doing the first round of attack, getting your client loaded. What questions does anyone have tonight? Want to open the floor. And welcome to all the new faces. Hey, Miss Clay, I hope you're having a good night. Welcome, Miss Berry, Justice. It looks like Sean is entering the room. Does anyone have any questions on what we've covered so far? Nope, I don't see anything in the chat. So don't forget, guys, if you can sign up for the community, it will have a host of information, plus anyone who might be running late or wasn't able to make one of the appointments. Excuse me, you're able to go ahead and see all of the information here. David just went ahead and dropped the link here so you can sign in. If you have the pro group, we do have a members only. If you have any ideas or suggestions, you can drop that there as well. But this is a safe space for everyone who's on the platform that may have questions to go through. Other than that, if we have no questions, I would be happy to let everyone go. Any questions, guys?
Hi.
Hi, my love. How are you?
How are you? Hi, my name is Natasha. I signed up almost 3 months ago, and I started the process, but then I didn't do anything. So I'm just coming back on, though this is the first time I'm on the onboarding call. I know I've been getting messages every week to get on. What I did was, okay, I am not on the pro, but I have the credit dyno. I've been paying for that since I signed up before and didn't do anything. So every month I'm paying the $29.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I put in, I started with I wanted to start first doing my own and mine, of course, just to see how it works. I got all the information in there that was necessary, and then I don't know what to do next. Portion that I'm stuck at is I loaded the person information in, and I did the nerve regular attack. I had funds in the bucket, as you call it. Mail statuses is saying, I didn't know if I needed to print and send these or if this was a post office thing, its own.
Okay, so that means you were using the old flow if you came in before, right? So the nerve attack is either the blue, or I think the nerve attack is like the blue attack or the white attack. So I'm not quite sure which attack you used at the time because we have new flows. But to answer the question that you have now, when you click on the attack, if you did not click on this option to mail them out, and you did not select pay and mail, nothing was mailed. The system basically registered that you downloaded and did it yourself?
Okay. I just went into one of the clients and it said for the nerve attack, it says the status. This was back in October 4th. One is delivered, 2 of them are mailed.
Okay, so that means one of them you must have selected mail them out for that deliver to show. Then the other ones you may have selected as first. So here's my question. When you click on the history tab for that client that you're looking at, what does it say in the history tab? Does it have a tracking number or a letter ID?
Where is the history? Okay.
So if you look at can you see my screen still?
Okay. Let me go back. Yes.
Okay, so it's profile, document, dispute, attack, history. Oh, and Miss Berry, here's the letter. So I just wanted to move out the way to make sure I could show everything. And David, when you get a minute, can you drop this screen shot in the chat again? So anyone that might be coming in will be able to download it. And anyone that needs to take a screen grab, you can. But remember, this is also in the training tab on the training modules for attack rounds. So with you having it done so far ago, you did it in October and it's now December, you need to start from the beginning. Because whether the letter went out or it didn't go out at this point, it's over a 2-month gap, right? So you need to start at the beginning. So you can choose, if you have the original flow, you can still choose to continue where you were, which means you would start back off at the nerve supreme boosted, or you can do the new flow with the punch of fury.
Okay, so I would start over.
Yeah, you have to start over at this point because you can't move on to the second one on the original flow that you were using, whether it was the white, the blue, or the red. You can't start over. You can't start at the next one because it's been more than a 2-month window, right? So after that time frame, so let's say it did mail it out. Let's say they got it, they sent you a response, but you just didn't do anything with it. Because that 60-day window has gone through, you have to start over from the top. And now you have to allow the time for the processing, okay?
Where do you start over? So do you just delete it? And
you're not deleting anything, my love. You just go back. So you would pull the updated report. You would go back so you do everything that I was showing you before. You have to save everything, hit save filter, and then you would do the attack and you would go back to start new round and select the one that you're doing. So if you're still going to do the old flow, that's fine. You would just go back through the process I just showed you. Were you able to see everything from the beginning?
I'm on where? What window? Under history or under attack?
No, my love. So you would go back to disputing first. So the first thing that you would have to do is download the updated credit report. So do you have an updated credit report in the file?
No, that's it.
That is where you would have to start, because remember, you have the October credit report in. That's not valid now. So you're going to go back and you're going to click, if you're using Credit Dyno as the credit monitoring, you're going to click the one-click import and pull it in. If you're not using Credit Dyno and you're using someone else, you have to go log into their software and get the report and put the report in. You have to start from there first and save what you're needing to then go to the attack field. Does that make sense? Because in essence, I want you to pretend that that first attack never happened. Great question. Great question. So you're going to start from the top. If you missed it, you can find the information in the training module. Let me get it. Let me grab it. In the training module, on the very first option, if you're using Credit Dyno, is how do I import a credit report with Credit Dyno, and then you'll be able to see that walkthrough, or you can watch the replay that we have on the YouTube video. Okay, but you're starting from scratch. So the first thing you have to do is import, make sure the IDs and everything is in there. And then after you import the credit report, you can then start the dispute, and then you can do the attack all over. All right, great questions, but don't worry about it. You got this. You got this. And if you need help, just let us know. We are back here next Monday and next Wednesday. Wait a minute. Is Christmas next Monday? You know, I don't know, child. I just show up. Because no, next Monday is not it. Okay, I think it's the following Monday. So yes, we'll be here on the 18th and the 20th. So if you guys have questions and need some walkthrough, you can. And my booking link is there if you guys have any more in-depth question that you have to ask. Do you have any other questions, Natasha? Welcome back, girl. Welcome back. We got your plate. Welcome back. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, that's it.
Okay, you're awesome. Does anyone else have any questions? Oh, of course, with the dispute tab, guys, it does give you a full 12 months of round disputing. So it does make it easy so that you don't have to look and figure out what platform you're using. You don't have to worry about which letter variation am I taking. It gives you that information in the flow. So any other questions that anyone may have? If not, I'm going to let y'all go ahead and have a good night. Any other questions? Comments, concerns? Nope. All right, guys. Well, I want to say thank you. Shameless plug. Join the community, child. Go ahead and just come on in. JM be over there talking to everybody. Okay. I talk when I remember that I need to log in, but don't worry about that. Just come on in over to the community. We're here to help. And that way, if you have questions, you can. Don't forget, customer service is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to answer any questions that you may have. Other than that, David, thank you so much for being here with me as always. JM, thanks for being amazing. I hope you guys have an amazing remainder of your day, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon with any more questions. Bye.